In Oklahoma's gas and oil industry, going green has a double meaning. Yes, it involves new technologies that reduce pollution, but the companies that are providing those technologies are seeing plenty of green too, as in dollars.
This is a fire heater.
That's a fire heater.
Yes, and this is one that we are modifying. It's taking it from 70, let's say 75% efficient to 91% efficiency.
Bailey Hendricks is the Vice President of Business Development for XRG Technologies, a high-growth startup she founded with two other engineers less than 2 years ago. Now there are a dozen people working here. Business is booming, 300% growth, and as much work as they want.
It's been a little overwhelming. I think that's a pretty fast growth rate from what I hear. Everybody's telling us to slow down, but you know, the need's there. We could probably go out and get as much business as we can take on right now.
That need is relatively simple, but very much in demand. Improve the efficiency of existing equipment used in refineries, or even better, build new equipment from scratch.
I've been overwhelmed. We've been overwhelmed by the success and by the positive response from the industry as well. And especially like the big companies, like the huge majors, the Exxon, Valero, Marathon, everybody's been extremely supportive with us, and they've been asking us to do studies for them and now also supply equipment. So yes, and the growth has been phenomenal. We've been extremely excited. You get the behavior that you're seeing here, where flames start to fight with each other, they all merge into one big fireball.
XRG specializes in improving and building fire heaters, which are huge, expensive, and essential pieces of equipment used to keep oil or gas fluid and mobile during the refining process. Sometimes 5 or 6 stories tall. A new one can cost anywhere from $1 million to $10 million.
The fired heater industry has been very, very slow to innovate and adapt. It's a good old boy industry that is very conservative. They don't want to utilize a lot of new technologies. Nobody wants to be the first or even the second to utilize anything. So our goal is to change that.
We believe that this is going to have great potential to improve the energy efficiency of fired heaters. And
they're achieving that by utilizing state-of-the-art 3D animations and modeling that can predict the best ways to do more with less.
But the technologies that we're developing are focused around making equipment more efficient and lowering greenhouse gas emissions. I think, you know, for the oil and gas industry to survive, as long as they, you know, possibly can, they're going to have to really focus on those areas.
we see a changing attitude, and we see that people are now coming to us. There's local refineries, for example, that have come to us to help solve emissions issues and or fix problems and stay within the emissions limits that the state has set them. We feel that there's at least a good tendency to cleaning up everything. Yeah.
XRG Technologies has applied for 2 patents to achieve the lofty and as yet unattainable goal of zero emissions. And this is where the actual construction of these massive new, more efficient fire heaters is being done. It is the Parfab Industries factory in Inola.
Let's think of it like a body. Inside your body you have arteries. Well, inside of a fired heater you have tubes, and that's what's carrying the crude oil. A lot of times it's crude oil and it's being heated up. Well, it cokes up just like an artery has plaque and stuff build up. That's a huge problem in a refinery, huge problem. It limits the reliability of the equipment, the safety, their throughput, so their profit margins.
And it also pollutes the air that we all breathe. XRG solutions are granted a little wonky and probably only understandable to an engineer. But put simply, if refineries are putting less pollutants into the air thanks to greener process burners, well, that makes heat pretty cool.
That's extremely cool, and that's one of the reasons why we do it, because we know that we're in the the polluting kind of the business, but I feel very strongly about the ability to help the people to clean up the emissions and to help them switch from one fuel to maybe more difficult to burn fuels, but they are cleaner. That's extremely important to us.